Hey there and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Juventus eyed January loan move for Manchester United attacker Jadon Sancho. Manchester United forward Jadon Sancho is not keen on going back to his former club Borussia Dortmund, and rebuilding his career in Serie A with Juventus holds greater appeal, reports The Sun. The 36-time Italian top-flight winners are keen on signing the England international on loan in January, with an option to make the move permanent at the end of the season. However, Juve want Man United to pay half of his £350,000 weekly wages for a temporary deal to work out. Sancho joined the Red Devils from Borussia Dortmund in 2021 for £73 million, and the old lady could turn their loan deal into a permanent £60 million move next summer. The 23-year-old is currently out of favour at the Old Trafford club after refusing to apologise to manager Erik ten Hag for calling the Dutchman out on social media after the defeat to Arsenal last month. He has been training away from the first team and could have played his last game for Man United by the look of things. The Red Devils are expected to sanction a January exit, as Sancho does not look ready to make up with Ten Hag. He was linked with an exit in the summer, but a move to Saudi Arabia fell through as he was not keen on joining a club outside Europe. Having failed to impress in the Premier League, a return to another foreign league appears appealing to Sancho after his success in the Bundesliga, and Juventus are willing to take a punt on him. More suitors are expected to emerge for the Man United forward ahead of the January transfer window, and he will be keen to prove himself, having struggled at the theatre of dreams. Manchester United explain reason for Rafael Varans' absence against Brentford. Manchester United have confirmed that Rafael Varane missed the game against Brandford due to a minor issue. United came from a goal behind to win in a dramatic fashion against the Bees at Old Trafford, a first-half goal from Matthias Jensen that came about as a result of poor defending from United looked set to hand the Red Devils their fourth straight loss in all competitions. Scott McTominay, however, had other ideas. The Scotland international was brought on from the bench and grabbed a brace deep into added time to secure all 3 points for his side. Varane was the most noticeable absence from the matchday squad. His absence sparked concerns and worry amongst United supporters. To replace Varane and the injured Lisandro Martinez, Erik ten Hag started an unlikely centre-back partnership of Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans. The two did well and were solid at the back. Varane had returned to action during the game against Burnley at Turf Moor following a month-long layoff. He then started 3 of United's subsequent clashes in all competitions. Ten Hag told Sky Sports before the game against Thomas Frank's man he couldn't make the game, he had a minor issue. If it was 2 or 3 days longer between matches, he could have made it, but now it was too short. Going by Ten Hag's words, the expectation is that the Frenchman could be back after the 2-week October international break. United's next game will see them face Sheffield United at home. Bruno Fernandes reveals a dressing room reaction after Man United's dramatic win against Brentford. Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes admitted being relieved after registering a dramatic 2-1 victory over Brentford. Speaking after the game, Fernandes admitted that everyone was delighted with the last gasp Premier League win. He told MUTV, "Relief, happiness, and we all agree that we deserve this result because during the 90 minutes we controlled the game well and we could have scored in the first half. We didn't, and we know when we don't score and concede, it's always going to be tough, but today we got 3 points and 2 goals from Scott at the last minute. It was a really good result for us because we needed points. That's what the manager always says about the subs. I think last year we were the team with the most goals coming from the bench, and this has to be the mood for everyone coming off the bench. I know it's difficult to be on the bench, everyone wants to be playing, but Scott came on for 10 minutes and scored 2 goals. The Red Devils took their points tally to 12. They remain in 10th place in the Premier League table after a stuttering start to the season. McTominay was Ten Hag's fifth and final substitute. He could have thrown in Facundo Pellistri, but wisely chose McTominay, who has been scoring goals for fun for Scotland. McTominay smashed the ball into the bottom corner to equalise in the 93rd minute. He then nodded home 4 minutes later to snatch a win from the jaws of defeat. However, the victory came with a lot of question marks. Signing Andre Onana and allowing David De Gea to leave the club looks to be a dismal decision. The 27-year-old is making howlers in almost every game. His poor shot-stopping skills are also damaging his confidence to pass the ball. Johnny Evans took most of the goal kicks against Brentford, followed by Onana kicking it aimlessly around the pitch. Injuries have played a big part in pulling Man United down this campaign. It's 2023, and United started with Harry Maguire and Evans in the heart of the defense in a Premier League game. But Harry Maguire was excellent in the match. McTominay rescued the Red Devils, and this will hopefully kickstart their campaign. Andre Onana letting Manchester United down, says Peter Schmeichel. Manchester United needed 2 goals in added time to register a remarkable 2-1 come-from-behind victory against Brandford at Old Trafford on Saturday. Scott McTominay turned out to be the match winner after coming on in the 87th minute, and he ensured United ended their losing streak at home. The game could have turned out very different after mistakes from Casemiro, and goalkeeper Andre Onana handed the Bees a shock lead. Manager Erik ten Hag did the right thing by substituting the Brazilian midfield general, but major question marks remain over the Cameroonian. The current United number 1 has committed quite a few errors since his arrival for big money from Inter Milan. His technique has let him down on certain occasions, with the former Inter star often seen going down too easily, allowing strikers to chip him with ease. For the Brentford goal, Onana seemed late to react to the shot, and while Victor Lindelof may have obscured his vision somewhat, the technique seemed strange, and it was pointed out by former United keeper and legend Peter Schmeichel. The Dane has spoken to Onana to understand his mentality, and he feels there are some technical flaws in his game and that his teammates are losing trust in him. He told Premier League Productions via Metro, "The goalkeeper is not covering himself any glory in that one. My theory here is he is just lifting up, he is not setting off, his arm is coming up to go down, whereas as a goalkeeper, you learn to dive along the around for the ball, you don't go up to come down. We saw the same mistake against Bayern, and I noticed the same thing. He just kind of lifts himself instead of actually diving and moving towards the ball. Don't ask me because I am not Onana. I don't know. It's a technical issue. And now he is upset the whole team. Now they will even more not trust him. And my God, it's not good." United paid big money to bring him to Old Trafford, as Ten Hag felt David De Gea's weak passing from the back was what was holding back the club. Onana certainly can play out from the back, but his shot stopping is currently letting the club down, and the cons are far outweighing the pros at the moment. Garth Krooks names one Man United man in the Team of the Week, critical of another United player. Manchester United may well have rescued their season after two late goals earned them a 2-1 win over Thomas Frank's Brandford when all hope seemed lost. Erik ten Hag's Manchester United have Scott McTominay to thank for his heroics, as his 10-minute cameo appearance may well be his best and most important game for the Red Devils. In the context of the league table, United remain rooted in mid-table obscurity, but the win above anything is about the psychological boost that a win like this will give. Gareth Krooks on the BBC has unsurprisingly named the Scottish midfielder in his Team of the Week, but has also criticised another player, however, for his poor start to his United career. The Scottish midfielder may well have rescued his United career, and you wonder if this could be the moment the 26-year-old has been waiting for. McTominay, who has been at the Old Trafford club for nearly 2 decades, has had to be patient for his opportunity, but it seems further forward is where the Scotsman needs to be deployed. Krooks was full of praise for the midfielder, saying, I don't normally select a player for my team who has only been on the pitch for 10 minutes, but when you have such a significant impact on a game, it would be rude not to. 2 goals scored and one disallowed by Scott McTominay turned what was rapidly turning into a nightmare for manager Erik ten Hag into something of a massive relief. However, despite being full of praise for McTominay, Krooks was less impressed by United's new goalkeeper signing Andre Onana. It's been a tough time for the 27-year-old since he moved to the club from Inter Milan, and Krooks believes the goalkeeper isn't on the same planet as Peter Michel or David De Gea. Manchester United looking at Real Sociedad sensation Kubo to address right-wing woes. Now that Antony is back, the Brazilian is expected to start games after the international break. Still, during his absence, manager Erik ten Hag could have done with the services of Jadon Sancho. However, the Englishman has refused to apologize to the manager for calling him out in public and remains banished from the first team. A January exit looks likely at the moment, with a whole host of clubs reportedly chasing his signature. If the 23-year-old ends up leaving, United will need to bring in a replacement, and recently Wolves star Pedro Neto's name was doing the rounds. Vigaches have added a new name to the mix. Kubo of Real Sociedad, the young Japanese winger, is certainly enjoying his best season to date. In 9 games so far, the 22-year-old has registered 5 goals and 2 assists, and his displays have alerted United, but the deal will be complicated due to the Basque club's agreement with Real Madrid. The report reads, according to information revealed by Vigaches.net, the English club has shown solid interest in acquiring Kubo, the promising 22-year-old Japanese right-winger. His possible transfer will not be an easy task due to a particularity in his contractual situation. Real Madrid, the club to which he previously belonged, keeps 50% of the capital gains from a future transfer of the player, which complicates negotiations. This essentially means that when Los Blancos decided to sell the Japanese international, they retained 50% of his rights and can buy him back anytime for a fixed fee within the next 5 years. Also, if Sociedad do decide to sell, 50% of the fee will go to the Madrid Giants and they have first refusal as well. However, United are refusing to back down. The report continues, despite the challenges presented by the negotiation, there is no doubt that Manchester United is willing to make an effort to incorporate Kubo into their ranks in the summer of 2024. Kubo's current market value as per transfer market stands at 25 million euros, but considering Real will pocket 50% of the fee, Sociedad are expected to ask for a lot more. Benfica not interested in negotiating with Manchester United for João Neves. Benfica are not at all interested in entertaining offers for João Neves amidst interest in the midfielder from top clubs in Europe like Manchester United. A previous report covered by the People's Person indicated that United had held talks with Benfica for Neves. Journal via Sport Witness have given an update on the situation and indicated that Benfica have put a non-negotiable tag on Neves. It's not only United that are closely pursuing the 19-year-old, Juventus are also keen on bringing him to Turin. It's understood that the Serie A giants went as far as to send their director of football to Portugal with the sole mission of watching Neves. With a view to possibly swooping for him in the near future, the old lady are said to be in contact with the player's agent, Jorge Mendes. Juventus spoke to Mendes to explore the conditions for a permanent transfer. However, Massimiliano Allegri's side will find it extremely difficult to sign the player, mostly due to Benfica's stance of not entertaining any offers. as per Sport Witness. Benfica aware of the interest from Manchester United and Juventus, but consider the youngster an essential element and have made it clear that they are not even available for negotiation. The Portuguese midfielder signed a new and improved contract with Benfica in August that will expire in 2028. The Liga Portugal outfit are therefore not in a rush to part ways with Neves. The new deal saw his release clause doubled to an astronomical €120 million. Benfica are of the opinion that if United and Juventus are serious, they can afford to cough up such a high sum. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.